Yeah, and the big thing is sometimes we don't care about the taste of the food as long as it have a big portion and it's cheap, we will eat it. That's I think that is the most fuck up thing in like Indonesian college student. Okay, so welcome back again, our lovely listener, to our third episode. So, as we promised you on the previous episode, we will share our experience in our campus life, like maybe some like good memories, unique experience, or embarrassing moment. I mean, I have quite a lot. I don't know about you, Rat. Do you have?
Good day, dear people. I'm glad that you're here with us again. Yes, I have interesting experiences, some that are real fun, some that have been scary, and some that I'll just keep to myself.
Okay, so maybe you wanna tell some interesting things that happened to you during freshman years.
Alright, so me coming to the Netherlands. So cool, so interesting.
Okay.
Me, freshman, coming here to study and being already adult, older than 18, and I can live my life, enjoy it at its fullest. Yeah, I think I did enjoy it, not at its fullest, but I did enjoy it a lot. I attended a lot of parties, meetings, game nights, movie nights. It was uh, it was great until you have to go to an exam and you haven't studied because you were too busy partying the previous weeks.
Okay.
um, Basically, here in especially in our university, they like to make a lot of introduction week, and these introduction weeks are usually a lot of alcohol is involved in it.
Oh, interesting.
A lot of fests and barbecues. Um, so I remember when we came here to the Netherlands, when we started actually our introduction week. We were just had like few formal meetings with the teachers, with some of the students, and just look around at the campus, look around at, I don't know, this sports centrum, visit the center of the city, and then we went out drinking and partying in the city center. At this intro weeks you meet a lot of people that you don't meet at any other time in your life. You're just like you're making so much of uh, connections, you think, and then you don't see these people anymore ever again. They're like, we're gonna be best friends, best buddies, and study together and to have these steady nights. Yeah, hell no. um, one of the other days in the intro week, which was involved with the so-called Purple Festival, which usually takes place in Eindhoven or Tilburg, nearby city. Usually, this fest is sponsored by the local companies and organizations, and also our school. It's a lot of DJs and other artists are involved in this fest. It's really interesting. A lot of people usually attend this event. Um, it's, I would say, a great party experience if you're a party person, if you are really into techno music, into festival music, if you're into hardcore, they call it the Dutch hardcore music with a lot of bass. And for a lot of people, they know that Netherlands has developed a lot of famous
DJs,
DJs.
yeah.
Like they are famous all around the world.
Martin
Yes, like Martin Garrix.
Garrix. Okay.
Also, like people like Dimitri Vegas, like Mike, Armin van Buren. Uh, yeah.
So on the freshman year, you partying a lot, huh?
No, not actually. Um, Partied in the first few days, but I'm not the party person. My social battery runs out quite quickly.
Ah, okay.
I do be enjoying some parties, but I could be just there at the event, and at some point, just my battery runs out, and I'll be just like, okay, I'll get on my bike, scooter, or whatever, and just go home and sleep and chill. But it was really interesting. Um, yeah, I remember when I had my 19th birthday here. Uh, we were over at some guy's place, and we just like some of the people that I knew back then um, organized some kind of surprise party for me, so that was cool.
Oh, that's so
And
sweet.
we had a lot of shots, and we played different drinking games, and we had a lot of fun. But it was not fun when I had to go back home, and I was um, drunk. It's not really strong enough word. I'm sorry for what I'm gonna say, but I was quite shit faced. Um, to this day, when I go back, I don't remember how I exactly got to my house and how I got to my room. But yeah, I woke up in my room,
Okay.
so that was good. And my friends didn't say that I do some crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay.
Um, and since then, I have been attending some gatherings, but not that much. I even remember during, especially end of 2018, beginning and kind of almost whole 2019, I didn't attended a lot of events. Uh, then I was more concentrated on myself, concentrated on starting the new study, concentrated on back then learning martial arts, and yeah, but I yeah, I can say, yeah, I experienced some kind of cultural shock, and I mentioned it in the previous episode about like these phases where you go to a new environment, where in the beginning usually you encounter this so-called honeymoon and you love everything about this country. Then the next few months are like not great. You just feel really homesick, and after you get past the initial 6 months, you just I guess get used to it. And now I feel really assimilated with the culture here, and honestly, I enjoy it because it's a lot of the things are quite straightforward, and people follow the rules usually, and yeah, it's sometimes I would bend the rules for my convenience, but I don't enjoy doing that really much. But for example, back in Bulgaria, you it's not settled that good. It's a really great country. I really love the environment there. I really love my family there. I really love the nature. What I don't like is the rules and how the people are not following them, and how corrupted a lot of the units in the country are. And I don't like this thing that you have to be the person of a person to get to do something. For example, even if you are educated and well prepared for some kind of job or position, they wouldn't hire you. Actually, they would just choose a person whom it's just, I don't know, close to their cousin, nephew, close friend, mistress. It's really stupid, and it's like they just basically choose some illiterate people to do important jobs. So basically, for now, I think that's why I enjoy living in the Netherlands. Sometimes the rain could be not great experience, but you get used to it. What I still am not used to is the crazy wind, because it's quite flat country, so you don't have many mountains to protect you from the strong winds. So sometimes, when whichever direction you decide to take to walk, cycle, you just there is wind in the opposite side of your direction, just blowing in your face and
Mm.
making everything sucks. I haven't got used to also their cuisine. I don't enjoy most of their dishes. But what's
Okay,
good about this country, it's really open to internationals. So you see so many different restaurants from different nationalities, and you could get whatever you want whenever you want. It's just spoiled for choice. The variety is enormous. You can it's from Asia, like Indian or Thai or Indonesian or Korean. Um, you can enjoy also different cuisines from different part of Europe, and also from Africa or South America as well. It's for a country that doesn't suit really my like their cuisine that doesn't suit really my taste. You can choose from a lot of different cuisines, so that's always nice.
but you often cook, right? Then take out.
Yes, yeah, Elle is familiar with that. We talk about we often get to talk about that. I cook by myself. I like to um experiment with different cuisines, different recipes. Sometimes I try to do something a little bit in, like for example, Indonesian or Middle East or Italian or Spanish. I try to experience. It's of course not as close as to a person from there cooking it to you, but it's the the process of doing it. It's always cool.
You said that you try to cook Indonesian food.
Yeah, of course. You
What?
like
Don't
I tried.
say don't say you cook Indomie, dude.
No, it's not about Indomie, but just the like the fried rice,
Ah, nasi
what
goreng.
was it, like nasi goreng? Yeah,
Okay. Okay, that's
yeah,
cool.
with like sambal and yeah, all these ingredients.
Okay. Okay, I see, I see. So, but
In Indomie, yeah, but also Indomie, it's also nice. But I don't just do uh, plain noodles. I always like to combine it with some different vegetables. I sometimes add some egg and also chicken in it, and yeah, just put everything together in the wok and try to experiment.
that's good though because you know what? My favorite side dish with Indomie
No.
is not egg or vegetable as you can imagine.
Okay.
It is it is rice.
Uh, okay. That's interesting combination.
Yeah, carbs with carbs, and you can ask like most Indonesian people, they will eat Indomie with rice. That they,
Yeah, probably, but yeah, that's just a cultural thing.
yeah, I mean like that's kind of weird, but I don't know. I mean if cooking by yourself is cheaper than you take out.
Of course, that's more most of the cases, and also um, cooking by yourself gives you the opportunity to know what you're putting in your food.
No, that's makes sense. Yeah.
And also, if you're trying to follow some kind of healthy lifestyle, then you want to always try to measure and know what you eat, and know usually the takeout, if it's like healthy lifestyle, then it's quite expensive.
So you always care about what you eat, right?
Yeah, not always, but I'm trying to be conscious of what I yeah, of what I put in my body.
But yeah, that's so interesting. But for us, I mean, for most of college student in here, they didn't care about the healthy food as long it's their tummy is full and their stomach feel good and big portion and cheap. They will eat that, you know. But that's why, like, I don't know. I think like most of college student is not healthy because they didn't put that much nutrients, in their food,
Yep.
and they don't care about healthy lifestyle. And of all, we don't sleep well. We don't sleep 8 hours or 9 hours a day. Sometimes we don't sleep. Sometimes we barely sleep. Maybe you too. I don't know, but yeah. And the big thing is sometimes we don't care about the taste of the food as long as it have a big portion and it's cheap, we will eat it. That's I think that is the most fuck up thing in like Indonesian college student.
Yeah, yeah, I understand what you mean. Uh, yeah, that's really interesting, but I think it happens to most of the students, and I think that's where most of the people start to encounter a lot of um, digestion problems for the rest of their
Yo,
lives.
that's true. Because I have this. I have that problem. Oh my god, this is me living unhealthy life.
But of course, I don't want our listeners to think that I'm really following such a healthy lifestyle. I very often eat some not proper food. Like I like to eat a lot of sweets, so and candy. So this is like my thing. Like yeah, like just getting some type of candy and sweets is like, oh yeah, I love it. But also in my first year, I was my go to was just getting a pack of pasta and pre cooked pasta sauce from a jar and just putting it together. It was just really cheap, and it didn't taste as good. But hey, I wasn't feeling hungry. Yeah, maybe just starting doing sports just changed my view on this, my point of view on this topic. But maybe you could tell us more about your experience in yeah, your campus life and your culture in particular.
Okay, so basically, I back when I was a kid, I very often go to Surabaya because I have two aunties that live there. So it's like I'm already new Surabaya, you know what I mean? And then because but my both of my aunties live in like different side of Surabaya, and my campus is in the different side of Surabaya.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I never go to my campus side of Surabaya. I always on my auntie side. But I kind of knew, I mean, like the vibe in the Surabaya, the weather, and something like that. But when I go, when first go to Surabaya as a college student, the weather is always surprise me, because Surabaya is very very hot, It's not like Jember, of course. And then you said earlier that uh, you had like some kind of introduction week, right? And there is a lot of alcohol involved, right?
Yeah.
It's very different in here. We don't have introduction week, but we have introduction years, like literally years, the semester, and a lot of seniority involved in there. But like some people like always think that seniority is revenge from senior to their juniors, but to be honest myself, I don't think so, because there's always a reason why they do that, and always a lesson that we can take from that. And facing seniority though is like the first step, you facing your professor, because in the real life, after first freshman years done and you go to like second years, facing your professor is so much, like, takes your patience, takes your time, like so much hard than facing your seniors. And then like I have a really really good times, like I said in the previous episode. I have a good time, like there is so much thing going on with me. I get more like wiser, I get more like mature. And then talking about experience, first thing is must be culture shock, because Surabaya and Jember is literally in the same province and the same side of Java, but we have different kinda slightly different language, but mostly it's the same language, like Japanese, because in Javanese in East Java is different than Javanese in Central Java. And then I remember that the first semester or the second semester, I still have my Jember accent, and which people don't know. Yeah, Javanese in Jember is mixed between the real Javanese and Maduris. So for people don't know who didn't know that, they assume that I'm Maduris, not Javanese, and that's so funny because like most of my friend is shocked when they ask me where I'm from, and I told them that I am from Jember, and they respond mostly like, "Oh, you are from Jember, you're not from Madura," and yeah, I'm from Jember. Oh, okay, because your accent is kind of like Maduris, not like Jember. It's fine because like most people in here, like we love to mix and match language.
Um, I, yeah, from what I know from the Indonesian guys that I know here, like in Indonesia, there is many different languages and dialects. I think it could account about
Yep.
thousands of languages and
Mm-hmm.
dialects. So yeah, that was that to our listeners was fact time.
Yeah, because like I have a neighboring city, like literally like next to Jember, and we already have different language. And the second thing is like beside the uh in the culture shock is the price in Surabaya. So basically, because Surabaya is so much big city than Jember, everything is expensive there, and I'm so shocked because like food, especially food is more expensive in there than in Jember. So in early freshman years, I cannot control my money, because like what I expect to I spend in a day in the reality is like it can be 2 to 3 times than what I yeah 2 to 3 more. Okay, and then and the worst part is design school in especially in the first year is not cheap at all because we need to buy art supplies like every week because we have a project every week, and then that's that is like the most fucked up thing for me in my first year because I cannot manage my my money, because of food and then those art supplies. But mostly though I don't feel like homesick, because I already like leave home since high school. So if you don't know, like I came from a small village in Jember near the beach, and then I in high school I go to like the city of Jember. So since high school I live with my friends. I don't live with my parents. So when I go to college, I'm not frequently get homesick because I was like get used to be far away from my home and my parents. But my parents don't think so. So sometimes, especially my mom always like ask me like every I don't know. I mean like it's like every 2 weeks maybe that when will you come home, something like that. Because yeah, I'm the only child.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, for 4 years I'm in Surabaya, I'm not that often to go to my own house. If my aunt asks me to go to their house, then I will go to their house. But I think maybe just once or twice I voluntarily go to their house, you know. I don't know why, but just sometimes like my place, my campus place to my own place, own home is like an hour or so. And yeah, sometimes I'm just lazy. Sometimes I'm just choose to go home to Jember then go to my own house. I don't know why. And then yep, the other thing is the experience is I don't know, I feel happy like study in my campus because like I got a lot of friends like literally from all over Indonesia, from Medan to Makassar. There is so much type of people that I never met, that I never thought there's a people like that or something like there is so much culture going on, and then there is so much ideas, something like that. Healthy life in in college student in Surabaya is not good, something like that. And because we are a design students, we need to like I don't know be creative, something like that. So for me myself, I cannot I cannot think, especially or I cannot finish my project if there is no food in my belly. that's why even though it's already midnight and I feel hungry and there is some project that needs to be done by tomorrow morning, I will eat. I will I don't know buy something in the middle of the night and filling my stomach with it, and I feel full, and then I will go back again to work on that project. That's so fucked up, but I don't know. And yeah, I think that's the experience as long as I can remember. Yeah, and I already mentioned in the previous episode, like campus life is literally more difficult than high school. When I was in high school and like have nothing to do besides waiting for uh college announcement and waiting for our prom, something like that, I always thinking like in my high school that, oh my god, I'm not doing anything at my home. uh I just hang out every night. To I cannot wait to start my campus life because they're so I don't like wonderful, and then you got a lot of friends, and you don't have to wear uniform, and you have a lot of holidays, something like that. and and when I just entering
It's gonna
freshman.
be so cool.
Yeah, like it's gonna be so
Enjoying
cool.
life.
Yo, that's true. It's gonna be so cool enjoying life. I got a lot of friends. I get a lot of seniors, that cool senior, handsome senior, cute senior, something like that. And I finally get out from Jember. But when I come to Surabaya and starting my freshman year and realize that, yo, dude, you are so stupid. Campus is not like what you think at all. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, the holiday is so much longer than high school, but the project and the professor is much harder than high school. You cannot just chill in, and you cannot have too much fun. I mean, like you can have some fun, but there is always consequence behind that. And yeah, I think that's my experience.
Yeah, that's a really really interesting story, and I'm sometimes wondering how it feels because from what I know there are like restrictions. For example, like from what I shared earlier, here you don't have restrictions with the alcohol, but there, as far as I know, there are like some type of restrictions.
You mean Indonesia?
uh, yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of
and
restriction.
and also um, your your as far as I know, as far as I know, your religion doesn't allow it.
Yep.
But I I will say that yeah, you don't need alcohol to have fun, and you gave a great examples that you can just enjoy yourself by doing a lot of more different activities. But what I didn't know, and what I'm learning now, and it's like sounds really interesting to me, is that you started living by yourself with your friends since your high school. And even though like now I'm kind of realized we had in a way similar situations,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, I was also coming from a village and going to study in the big city. I was every day just traveling there. It was about 30-40 minute trip, depending on of course the traffic situation. And yeah, but I didn't live a long time in the city, although my parents have an apartment there. I was just living in my parents' house, and probably none like as you're saying, probably that's why you didn't feel so much homesick in your freshman year in college. And I was feeling like homesick back then. I even think remember I one of my very good friends here, and since coming here, and we came from the same high school, and we came to study here. But at that time we didn't know that we're gonna study in the same university in the same course. She was also living on her own back then in high school, and even though when she came here, she was not experienced this type of homesickness.
Ah, okay.
That's quite cool.
Yeah, I think so. And you know that when you said like there is you don't need to get alcohol involved to have a good time, right? And I'm agree with that because like okay, like there is a restriction about alcohol in here, and there's some religion didn't allow it and something like that. But we have a lot of gathering and barbecue, and then so much event. Then we because of that we have a lot of memories. We have a lot of great time, and we got more engaged with my class because in especially in my university you need to that's why you got introducing in oh,
Introduction year.
introduction in the introduction year because you need to get to know your classmate in my major one class is like 60 people, so you need to get to know them because you will spend 4 years with them. But that's not only my class though, because we had good communication and good friendship with our seniors, our juniors, and our professor too because of that introduction years. Sometimes with other majors like product product design and visual design communication major because we are in the same building. We knew each other because of that introduction year. So that's a I think that's a good thing because we pretty much do most of things together.
Yeah, that's a really great thing that um, universities trying to get you in this type of community. Um, I've encountered this, maybe not personally, but maybe with like experience, shared experience from other people, that they were not that involved with like they didn't have much friends, and a lot of close people in their studies, which pushed them to just drop out.
Yeah.
because we are people and we are social animals, so we always need this engagement with the
Other
other
people.
yeah people.
Yeah, that's true because like my friends who I don't like disappear, like drop out, they cannot adapt with us, and we try not to adapt with him, but I don't know, maybe because he's not passionate about this major, so it didn't work.
University could be easy, could be hard. Life also could be easy, could be hard. It depends how you approach it. But
Hmm.
you should always try to get the most of it. These stories of you were like really interesting to me, just to know like how it goes in Indonesia, because even though we've been talking a lot for yeah the past months, and I know many things about you. Uh, we didn't discuss yeah some of these experiences that much, and now it's like oh okay now I see like what you got through and how you got through it, and that's really great to hear. And what actually get you to this point to become this person.
Yeah, I just remember that I didn't told you about I love my home since high school though.
So
Yep. Anyway, I just out of curiosity, maybe some my Indonesian friend who listen to this curious too. Like how much Indomie in there? I mean the price. How much is the price for one pack of Indomie in there? I know it's just like out of the box,
um
but I'm just
I
curious. Like
really cannot name the price at the top of my head. I haven't bought Indomie for some time already, because on my birthday I received 5 packs of it. So I still have some quite some left to eat. So I haven't bought
Mhm.
in some time. So I really cannot name the price. Maybe it's
is it
about
is
maybe
it is it
€2, €3, something like that probably.
okay? So it's more than €1.
Yeah, for sure. I think like for €1 you get like just 2 single packs or something like that.
Oh my god. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah. What is your activity during your freshman years?
Um, well, during my freshman year, I did go to different cities here in the Netherlands. I visited. I attended a few concerts and few festivals. I was really happy to attend a concert of the Future. Uh, I really like his music, and back then I even liked it more. So that was a great opportunity for me. And since I'm here, I'm still waiting for the moment that I would be able to attend a concert of Drake. This is my top artist of all time. It's like I'm always going back to this guy. I have so many favorite songs of his discography that it's yeah. But in the beginning, I think uh, I couldn't afford it. Then he wouldn't really have concerts exactly here in the Netherlands. And now we have the pandemic, and I'm still waiting. But someday I'll get there.
Someday we will all someday like can go to concert again and something like that and enjoying life just
Yeah, indeed. Just this stay at home experience. It's not the best, at least for me, and I think for a lot of people around the world as well.
yeah. But How is the current situation of COVID in there though? Is it getting better or?
that's that's really a good question right now because since past two
Uh,
3 weeks, uh, the increasement in cases here it's just going crazy. Like I think it's the highest increase in whole Europe. A lot
mhm.
of like friends from other countries are asking me like, "Yo, man, what is going on in the Netherlands?" And I'm like, "Well, we're just
Uh,
enjoying our good life. What do you expect?" Everybody just going out shopping, chilling in the park, having barbecues, and going to the
what
restaurant.
the hell?
I mean,
So like,
yeah, it's not a big deal.
so there is nothing worse. I mean, like people just go out again, enjoying life again.
No, so since last week they introduced again new measures, stricter measures,
Hmm.
um, and I hope it really works out that they take control of the situation again because, like, since the beginning, there was uh, exponential increasement in the cases here, but like in 2 months they got really the hang of it, and in the summer, like when I came back to the Netherlands in the end of May, they were just getting
Hmm.
really the hang of it, and it was just not more than 100 cases per day, even less and less and less. Sometimes there were few days that there were just no new cases. It was
Wow.
really good, but then yeah, there were again we have a lot of cases because we
Second
have, yeah,
wave.
we have a second wave which is really strong because I guess a lot of the people here thought, okay, we are yeah, we're able to handle it, but now it's not that good situation, and
Mhm.
Netherlands was one of the um, small amount of countries which didn't want to introduce use of the face masks. Even now, when the face masks are
Wow.
introduced, it's not really compulsory thing. People are just following the rule. Like they put on masks, but even if you're not having a mask, you don't get fined or anything. And I think just the
Wow.
people are being very cautious about what's going on, so they are
Uh-huh.
using masks, and I think the community it's good here, so I consider that in a month the situation will be under control again.
Amen for that. I really, really want these things end very, very soon. But in Indonesia, dude, especially with the political situation here right now, there is so much protest, and I don't think COVID will leave our country very, very soon. But I just hope for the best, and I really, really wish that 2021 will be so much better than 2020.
Well, what's gonna happen? It's gonna be like okay, you're waiting for 2021 to come, and then it's like okay, 31st of December, 23 and 59 seconds, and then it's like 23 and 60 seconds, 23 o'clock and 61 seconds, and then you get an announcement. Okay, you get into 2020 version 2.
Best too. Oh my god. Yo.
We cleaned the bugs of 2020, and this new version is gonna kill you all.
Yo, oh my god. Oh my god. What if there will be 2020 phase 2, I'm like, I don't know, dude, this is fucked up. I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's That's a thing to worry about in the upcoming months. We are still trying to survive this.
Yeah, that's oh my god, like it's already October. This year is
This year is passing like so
go
fast, but at the same time so slow. How?
slow. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think we read some meme.
It's crazy. It
Ah,
is really crazy.
mhm. But sometimes I'm kind of sad for our next generation who will learn about history of 2020. I mean, they will have a lot of things to learn.
Yeah,
you
it's gonna
know.
be a whole
Uh,
chapter in the history book.
So, anything to add?
Yeah, that was all. I don't have. I cannot think of more stuff to say. Maybe later it will come up to my mind, but for now not. And if something comes up, I'm just gonna add it to the next episodes. Uh, yes, I'm really curious to hear what are your experience. What are the experiences of our listeners to campus life, to going to different, attending different going to different places, encountering different cultures. It's gonna be interesting to leave to read your comments. So please leave them down under the podcast so we can see what you've encountered.
Yep, that's true. And if you guys have anything to ask, maybe or a suggestion what we should talk in our next episode, just comment below or maybe DM us in our Instagram. Just like tell us what you think and what you want to know about us, especially or some specific things in the Netherlands or some specific things in Indonesia. So that's it for this episode. And thank you so much for keep listening to us. See you in the next episode. Okay?
Thank you guys. See you.
Bye bye.